For Canisius, no Seam Itendal in the starting lineup. Instead, TJ Gadsden will return to the starting five for the Golden Griffins. And so if you include Itendal, Saveski, and Long, Canisius playing without 30 points per game that they're used to having over the last two seasons.
So they're shorthanded, but they have two very good players that look to put Canisius on their back tonight. Mitchell and Dinkins, if they carry the load, Canisius hopes to stay in this contest and come away with a victory.
Iona starting five, same group as last time out. Aaron Gurin is starting in place of Panzo, coming off of that victory this past Sunday against Mount St. Mary's. Greg Gordon missed underneath.
Look for Iona to early take away the threes from Dinkins.
Gordon tried to steal that from Dinkins. Gatson, no. Enough resistance there presented by Iona. Gordon had the 26 points last time out, career high, back-to-back 20-point-plus games. Joel Brown missing in transition. Gadsden missing from beyond the arc, and it's out of bounds to Iona.
So Iona's missed the first two layup opportunities, good drives to the basket, and Canisius has missed their first two attempts to the basket. So let's see who can get hot first.
On the bounce, Brown spinning. Edon Tretu catch and shoot, and they banked it in. Some after hours three for Tretu.
It counts. So absolutely, you know, when it goes in, you don't ask questions, you just be happy with it. So good for him.
Cam Palesi into the front court, and this is going to be a problem in Frank Mitchell, 6'8", 240 from Toronto, Ontario. Had to sit out all of last year because of a transfer as Shema missing. This is one of the top rebounders in the country and a double-double machine.
And he is absolutely a beast. So Iona should be very wary of him on the inside.
Palesi on the pull-up puts Canisius in front. Gordon, kick out, Tretu. Palesi on the closeout. Rotated to Shema. In and out. And Yuri Fritz, the younger brother of Yako, who used to play for Canisius and now dons a Hofstra jersey, claims the rebound. Dinkins hit the shot clock. It's out of bounds to Iona.
You know, Canisius has a good mix of inside-outside with Mitchell and Dinkins, and you can tell that, you know, they're not shy when it comes to putting the ball up. But I was watching Mitchell in warm-ups, and I got to tell you, he is one very physical young man that can get up and rip the rim off if he needs to. That's why he's such a good rebounder. And he has the pleasure of guarding Mr. Gordon to start the contest.
Tretu tries again from deep. He knocks it down from the outside, making those quick decisions. Gadsden will trigger in to Dinkins, who has had to shift from off guard to point guard after Taj Shaveski, a preseason All-MAC selection, suffered a lower body injury 2 games into the season. Palesi, pull up on the move. He scores the push shot. Canisius ties it up.
And with Palesi being able to score on a dribble drive, that helps Dinkins from 3. So look for that combination to be lethal as the contest goes on.
Gordon driving, trying to get around Fritz, and does. Canisius defensively really good at defending the three. They don't have a true rim protector, and so this could be a game for Gordon to continue to do what he does well in terms of attacking the rim. Mitchell out of control, lost it. Couple opportunities for Iona to come away with the steal. They haven't. Instead, Dinkins sets up Fritz, missing inside. Gadsden comes down with the
for a competitive contest.
Canisius not only shorthanded, and not that they would use this excuse, but these are just outlining some facts where their Sunday game was postponed to Monday when they lost to Fairfield, who plays host St. Peter's tonight, because of the snow in Buffalo, the same snow that postponed the Buffalo Bills playoff game. So they played a day later than most of the other teams in the league, and then they are obviously on the road, so left Buffalo last night or yesterday after a short week of preparation.
Well, travel and the weather, there's nothing you can do about it. Once you suit up, you got to play.
Trey too short on a three. He knew it from the release.
Canisius looks like they're very willing to engage Iona and run up and down the floor, handling their pressure and trying to get the ball up the floor for some quick shots. Thus far, they've handled the pressure pretty well.
On the baseline, it is knocked down by Gadsden. Canisius reclaims the lead, 9-8. 5 minutes gone by. Jeremiah Quigley in off the bench along with Weza Panzo. Shema, extra feed, finding Gordon on the dunker spot.
I tell you, when Gordon is close to the basket, he is very, very difficult to defend because he jumps so high and he's so strong.
Gadsden, no. Fritz, the offensive rebound. Rotated to the corner. That three is off the mark for Palesi. Trey 2 missed the bunny.
Well, that time Trey 2 thought there would be a defender there, and he actually cleared him out. No one was there. He just missed the layup. Let's see what two people can do with Mitchell.
Still got to the rim.
Not much. I tell you, physical specimen, this young man.
You know, some people smile in their team photos, others mean mug. Teams usually ask you to do both, so they've got both versions. Quigley on the pull-up. You look at Mitchell's picture, he means business. Kevin's taking a look.
Oh, yes. I'm scared. No, he's an imposing figure, no doubt. And he plays the way he looks, you know, no nonsense.
He's got a bit of an interesting backstory. I'm sure we'll have the time to delve into it. The driving layup is good for Gadsden. Canisius back up by one. Trey 2 could not give Iona the lead back. We've already had 7 lead changes. It's been a one-possession game the entire way, and that one is off the mark. Trey 2 front court without numbers, but he's got a trailer in Panzo who's wide open. That was online, but a bit too long.
Yeah, thus far, Iona's a little short on their threes.
Dinkins got dragged down by Quigley. And Canisius cannot afford to lose another guard. They've only got 4 scholarship guards available tonight.
Yeah, and that time Dinkins was trying to get himself to the basket, because the three is being taken away, and he got fouled on the way there.
First time Canisius goes to its bench. Devin Williams into the game along with the ever-improving Bryce Akpo, a veteran in this Reggie Witherspoon system. Palesi, another pull-up. Got it. He's been strong in the mid-range, giving Canisius its largest lead of the half.
And Palesi said, you guys haven't mentioned me. He's making his mark and letting it be known that he's here to play.
Panzo gets back the deflected pass. Quigley and Panzo play catch. Quigley driving in. The leaner is true.
That was a nice move by Quigley to the basket. If you notice, Canisius is taking away the three. They do not want Iona to get open looks to the three, so Iona's trying to throw the ball to the middle of the floor or dribble drive, and that time Quigley got all the way there.
Williams driving in. The pull-up is good. Canisius back up by 3.
Nice move by the lefty.
Canisius playing some zone. Terrell Williams trying to slice it. Sultan Adewale, a little high-low action for 2.
And Adewale has been doing that all year. When Shema was out most of the year, he held it down in the middle, so he's not afraid to play the post position. Already
9 deep for Iona with Williams and Adewale into the game. Iona definitely has a depth advantage with 3 key Golden Griffins not playing tonight. The lean in, no. Mitchell on the offensive glass. Just playing through the contact for the putback.
Yeah, he kind of wiped off the contact and put it back easy.
Panzo too strong. Battle for the rebound. Taken by Palesi. Iona back defensively. Mitchell has the mismatch against Aaron Gurin, but passes it out of the post. Dinkins, deep, off the rim. Mitchell is there again. And Iona has struggled at time with physicality on the inside. And here's JUCO level, and he has become one of the deans of the league, now approaching a decade in the MAC.
Well, you don't reach 300 victories without knowing what you're doing. And he certainly is a coach that has a great idea how to play the game and how to coach the game, rather. And he's doing a very good job. So kudos to him. And I'm certain that he would love to get on that bus back to Buffalo with another win tonight.
He's 5th all-time in Canisius victories with 101. Mentioned how he's 1 win shy of 300 in his Division I career. Throw in a few more victories when he was a head coach at Erie Community College. And a loose ball foul is called against Canisius.
Yeah, that was a good job by Iona throwing the ball into the middle of the floor to Gordon, the right man to throw it to, and as he attacked the basket, got fouled underneath.
Mitchell on the other end made 1 of 2. He's about a 40% free throw shooter, but attempts the most free throws for the Golden Griffins. Joel Brown back into the game for Iona, trying to break down Williams. Panzo is open, got it for 3. 1 of 3 from the floor off the bench for Iona, who really found the shooting touch against St. Mary's on Sunday.
Yeah, and that was created by Brown's penetration, great kick out. And Panzo, when he's on, is so lethal. That's why Canisius is trying to take away those threes.
Shema back into the game as Sultan Adewale, the freshman, makes his way to the Iona bench. Weza Panzo opening up 1 of 3 from beyond the arc after he knocked down 4 of 5 attempts against the Mountaineers. Panzo launching again, too strong. Gordon keeps it alive. One more try at it, off the mark.
And you know who grabbed that third attempt.
Mitchell's already got 6 boards. Gordon comes away with the steal. Without numbers, sets up Trey 2, launching from deep, off the rim. Golden Griffins working itself up the floor the other way. Panzo with the good hands. Nearly traveled in traffic. Iona gets it to their point guard, Joel Brown, who asks for the Shema screen. Back to man-to-man D for Canisius. Joel Brown to the rim.
That was a tricky move. Nice drive to the basket. Little flip underhand.
Iona has turned over Canisius 3 times in the last 90 seconds. Gales are back in front by 1, and then Shema committed the foul at midcourt of Williams. This game has been played within 4 points the entire way. We already have 8 lead changes in the opening 12 minutes.
And when you're Brown getting to the basket like that, again, it opens up so many different things. But on that last drive, he decided to flip it up with the right hand, and it went in.
Iona gets the steal. Trey 2 to Brown. Shema tees it up. In and out. Iona's had a lot of good looks, but they're shooting under 40% from the floor.
But you're right, they're getting exactly the looks they want to get.
But the defensive intensity is still there for the Gales, despite their inability to make shots on the other end, and that has 22 career wins leading programs. I think by now you might have heard of a little upset for FDU last year over Purdue. And hopefully the more film that Tobin watches of Canisius, he feels like his team can beat the Golden Griffins.
Yeah, Tobin's been successful at every level. And knowing him as I do, as that shot goes in for Dinkins.
Violation. You know, Iona this season, now they've only played 5 conference games of 20. They have not built a conference winning streak yet. Today would be the opportunity to do that after the victory Sunday. Canisius comes in a loss in their last game in 5 of 6.
Well, I love that comment by Gordon because, you know what, if that's how they feel and they have it all together, then it's just a matter of going out there and executing. So good for him.
Gordon the rebound. Stripped there by Fritz. Good hands by Yuri. Dinkins into the front court. Expect him to play even more minutes tonight without Seam Itendal available tonight with a lower body injury. Into Akpo, but he stepped on the baseline.
Yeah, the Canisius players gave up a couple of open shots to deliberately try to throw the ball inside. Look for them to shoot those shots next time. And that's what Coach Witherspoon is saying. Hey, you have a shot, shoot it.
It's a 1-point Iona lead. They've scored 5 in a row to take this modest lead. Brown into the body of Fritz. That rolled out. It's not supposed to happen to the home team. Dinkins watched by Quigley. Dinkins coming off of a 17-point performance. He's averaged 20 per in his last 5. Rotated to Gadsden, and he misses. Fritz is out of bounds.
That's a good call by the officials. Good battle underneath the basket for the ball. But one player was laying out of bounds, and you have to call that. Gadsden, by the way, is someone that you can tell can really score. He's doing a good job getting the ball up in the air. Was very hot to start the game. And let's see if he can make some more buckets.
Trey 2 drives in, kicks out. Brown wants 3. 8 straight for the Gales.
Yeah, Brown is not the player that wants to shoot threes if he doesn't have to, but when he does, he's pretty effective at it.
So Canisius broke the pressure, and now they'll set up in the half court with 20 to shoot. Both teams wanting to make subs the next dead ball. Leaning in was Akpo, and a hold is called against Fritz. 6'9", 190. He's increasing his ability to play physical. Injury derailed the back half of his season last year as a freshman. We'll reset the lineups after a series of substitutions. Quigley and Brown play together in the backcourt for Iona with Aranguren, Williams, and Adewale. Second game back for Williams after missing 5. Could really solidify the front court off the bench for the Gales if he gets back up to speed. He spots Quigley. JQ off the mark. Adewale the offensive rebound. Time winding down on the shot clock, and it expires.
Yeah, that time, too much ball movement. Someone has to look at the basket. Quigley put it up. Adewale got the air ball and just couldn't get the ball up off the floor with 2 Canisius defenders on him.
Trey Dinkins, TJ Porter entering for the first time. Cam Palesi along with TJ Gadsden. And big Frank Mitchell out there for Canisius after their most recent subs came in. Gadsden to the rim and a finish on the move around Adewale.
Yeah, Gadsden is very athletic. Like I said, that was a heck of a move to the basket. I thought he was going to try to dunk it, but he made the right decision.
The New York native, 20 people on his ticket list for today as Adewale got pushed.
Yeah, there was Adewale got collapsed on there, and the official said, let's call it before Mitchell gets in there.
Into Aranguren. Bounce pass. Adewale up for the slam attempt, and he got hit by Porter.
Great pass, very unselfish, and he threw the right pass, a nice bounce pass in the lane, and Adewale went up with bad intentions. Aranguren does this a lot. He's always around the ball. He gets to the basket very well. And again, on that one, nice pass to his freshman cohort.
I mean, that is Gene's instinct. Adewale makes the free throw. There have been times that Tobin Anderson has wanted his freshman guard to look for his shot more. You have to appreciate the freshman looking to make the right play as Adewale knocks down both free throws.
He's grabbing his thigh. It looks like he got hit in the thigh on the way down the floor. You feel a little bit for Dinkins, who really wants to get some open looks, and Iona's not giving him a chance to do it because he has to handle the ball so much.
10-2 spurt for Iona as they force.
Any of these teams can beat each other, and that's the joy of seeing a conference with good rivalry games. So we have one here. It's a close one with Iona on top.
Canisius plays in Jersey City on Sunday. Iona 2-3 in league play. One of their losses at the buzzer against Niagara here at the Heinz Center, a game that started their 3-game homestand. Iona called for the travel. Its first turnover of the game.
Yeah, Williams took one too many steps, and every Canisius coach on the bench let the officials know about it.
Beg your pardon, Iona has turned it over 3 times, missed the first 2. because Canisius has had their turnovers pile up in the back half of this opening frame. One of them was the shot clock violation, now thinking about it more. 5 to shoot. Gadsden. Gadsden fires away. That's a violation. And a Canisius turnover.
On that possession, Canisius did everything they could to get Dinkins free for a shot, and the Iona defense did not allow it. They denied him the ball all over the floor, and when he caught it, they closed out in 3. So that was very good team defense by Iona. More substitutions.
Under 3 to play, 4-point Iona lead. In and out dribble for Brown. He's breaking down the defense for 2.
Very effective move by Brown getting to the basket. And sometimes you forget he's a lefty, and he got to the left side. As Canisius turns it over.
12-2 Iona run. 9 turnovers in the last 8 minutes. Again, Canisius playing without the point guard in Taj Saveski. He only played the first 2 games of the year, listed as week to week with a lower body injury. He did make the trip. Seem Itendal missing his first game of the year after injuring his lower body 2 games ago. Played just 9 minutes against Fairfield last time out, and is on the trip but did not participate in shoot-around. Trey 2, no. And Xavier Long has not played at all this year. That's a lower body injury as well, where he's week to week. So Canisius suiting up without their 2 preseason All-Max selections and one of their top scorers.
And the Gales are taking advantage of it, forcing other Canisius players to play outside of their role and try to have to score more.
Dinkins knocks down the 3.
But that had to feel good. After not being open for quite a bit, he decided to take matters into his own hands with a deep 3.
His first make. Does have 3 assists. He's their top scorer at 16 per. That quells the Iona momentum. Trey 2, foul line for Brown. Kick out Shema, a deep 3, got it. Shema makes his first shot from the floor.
And that emotional celebration by Shema relieves some of the frustration for his first few misses from 3.
That was some 28-foot range right there.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Dinkins swings it to Gadsden. Final minute of play, Iona by 6. It's the largest lead for either team. Trey 2 extends it. Iona has controlled the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, no doubt. And Canisius is struggling to get their top 2 the ball in the right position. Dinkins number 1, and then Mitchell's very frustrated. He's been working very hard inside and not able to get the ball.
He's 3 of 3 from the floor, 8 rebounds. Shema is guarding him. Nice pass underneath. On the cut, it's Gadsden, set up by Mitchell.
And Mitchell says, hey, do that a little more often. I'll give you the ball.
Trey 2 is Iona's leading scorer with 9. 7 of the 9 that have played for the Gales in the first half have scored.
And Canisius is playing a matchup zone now. They're not going to give up another 3 if they can help it.
4 to shoot. Driving lane for Brown. Tough angle off the glass. Mitchell spinning. And
but nevertheless, it was fun playing here, and it's fun watching these two teams battle. This second half should be very interesting, and it starts off with a turnover, taking the ball out of bounds by Canisius.
9 turnovers in the first half. No time came off the clock for Canisius to commit their first of the second.
That was just good defense by Brown. I mean, he denied his man the ball, made him throw it back court. He threw it out of bounds.
So a full 30-second shot clock instead of the 20-second if you force the backcourt turnover. Because technically the ball starts in the front court. That's a nice little wrinkle to the new rule.
How often do you see the second half start like that?
Can't recall another time as Mitchell pivots inside, and he's still perfect from the floor.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking they should get him the ball a little more. Very effective, close to the basket. Him and Gordon are having a ton of fun on the inside, banging each other.
Aranguren, no good. Palesi, the rebound. Both teams roll out their starting fives. Canisius down 2 starters. Palesi, another teardrop is good.
Teammates have said, give me a shot down there because nobody can guard me. And on those 2 possessions, he was very effective, very close to the basket. Look for Canisius to do more of that.
Trey 2 on the baseline to Gordon. Reverse layup is good. He's been around the rim all night. Shooting percentage doesn't show his ability to get there as he's missed a handful of bunnies.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing how physical he is, how tough he is, how high he can get up in the air, and he can certainly finish. Haven't seen a Gordon dunk yet, though, this half, or this game yet.
Fritz, the pump fake. He's letting you down. You've said he's good for at least 1, if not 2, per game. Rebound down to Aranguren. Despite the timeout, Iona keeps its same lineup on the floor. This is Brown. Not getting continuation.
Yeah, that foul occurred before he was actually on his way to the basket. Good effort by him to put it up anyway. Canisius is going to have to really lock down on defense here. You know, they can't get into a scoring contest back and forth with Iona. So they're going to have to defend.
Gordon turns the corner into the contact. And it's called against Mitchell.
Yeah, Gordon went with bad intentions, but Mr. Mitchell there, he said it's Friday night, but you're not going to go up on me that easy. You know, Gordon's listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than his size.
One of 2 for Gordon.
No space for Dinkins on the perimeter.
Brown defending. It's into Mitchell. That's where Oz is. Mitchell on the back down. The floater is good. The baby hook in the paint is true for Mitchell. He's got 2 more.
I tell you what, I throw him the ball every time until they stopped him.
Panzo lets it fly from deep.
I tell you, he shot that one with a ton of confidence. No doubt what he was going to do with that ball.
Iona is leading by 9.
Oh, wow.
Mitchell recovers to get it back.
I think Gadsden's going to have to step up and score a little bit here.
Panzo the steal. There's the slam for Gordon. First time.
Yeah, that was very unselfish. Gordon does what he loves to do. Topped it off by running into the cameraman. Looked in and said, I got my first dunk for the night.
Blocker charge.
No call.
Play on. Gordon gets whistled for the foul there. You know, part of his success, that was a good one, Kevin, is the fact that he stayed out of foul trouble, right? He's able to pile up the points and be productive because he's able to stay on the floor.
Well, they're doing something very good with him, which is the way they're keeping him out of foul trouble is keeping him close to the basket so that he's not driving and getting a lot of charge calls that he used to get early in the year.
Quigley comes over for the trap. Palesi in the paint, has to kick it out. Dinkins guarded there by Brown. 5 to shoot. Skip to Dinkins, tees up a 3. It's an air ball and shot clock violation. Good closeout by Panzo.
Yeah, Dinkins is very, very frustrated. He may have to end up taking a bad shot just to get a good look. And, you know, what he does well, Iona's taking it away from him. You caught that one, a bad shot to take a good look, right?
I did. Williams on the move. And what do you mean by that?
Well, sometimes when you're a scorer and you're a shooter and you're not getting, you know, easy looks, take a step backwards. Shoot it a little deeper than you normally would shoot it. And this is a nice steal by Williams, or Wilson. What is it, Williams? And it looked like he had some bad intentions there, but was not able to get to the basket. So what I mean is take a step back, be a little further out of your range, and shoot it anyway.
Devin Williams misses the first of 2. Sophomore from Los Angeles, California. What kind of convincing did he need to go to school in Buffalo?
The snow is warm.
1 of 2, up ahead to Panzo. Touches the corner. Can see over the to Brown. Bullet pass inside. Gordon, no. Missing a couple and a whistle.
Quick off his feet. I mean, to be able to go up and get 2 misses like that, he's just very quick off his feet.
I think Tobin wanted him to hammer it down. Gordon to the line. Makes the free throw. Iona has tightened its rotation, just playing 9. Oz Shema comes out for Sultan Adewale. We've been talking a couple of games now about how Tobin has wanted to increase the minutes and productivity from his bench. Adewale grabbing the offensive rebound after Gordon missed the free throw. Panzo open in the corner, got it for three. It was Quigley that rotated it to him in the corner.
And that's just very, very good basketball, so unselfish. And you look at the Iona bench, everyone is happy for Panzo to be able to knock down threes.
Williams to Fritz. His bounce pass for Mitchell, intercepted by Brown. Into the front court with speed. Panzo driving, kick out. Gordon, a three, short.
Fritz that time had an easy look to the basket.
Dinkins fading away. Can that get Canisius' leading scorer going?
Must have felt good to have some kind of space.
He's 2 of 6 from the floor. Quigley, foul line, spinning and off the rim twice. Adewale gets called for the foul, battling Fritz for the rebound.
Quigley got away with a travel on that one. A couple extra steps for a wide open shot, but nevertheless, the freshman's not afraid to put it up. And Iona continues to, substitute, bring fresh bodies in the game. Canisius seems to struggle a little bit with getting open looks with fresh bodies defending. I'd like to see Palesi start to shoot the ball a little bit more as well. He had a very good first half.
Mitchell, first miss after he got around Adewale with a quick twitch move. 1 rebound shy of his 8th double-double of the year to lead the MAC. Hasn't had one in a couple of games. Aaron Gurin driving in. The handoff to Williams. Off balance. He forced that one up. And then a foul committed by Aaron Gurin. Williams had one of his best games of the season against St. Francis and then got hurt in practice that week leading up to the game against St. Joseph. Missed basically a month before coming back against Mount St. Mary's. Akpo missing at the rim. Iona with numbers the other way, 5-on-4. Trey 2 on the bounce. Williams, he launches from deep, way off the mark. Adewale tried to get another offensive rebound. Dinkins to the rim. Adewale the board. Good positioning against Mitchell.
Yeah, Iona has Canisius playing so much faster than they want to. They're missing pretty easy layups.
2 minutes without a point for Iona. Bounce pass, Adewale, bodied up there by Mitchell. Has to pass out of the post. He spots Panzo, who misses from deep. And that secures the double-double for Frank Mitchell. 11 points, 10 rebounds. Williams stepped on the sideline. Iona building a 12-point lead despite just 1 of 8 from the floor in the last 3 minutes.
Adewale takes a seat for Iona after having a physical confrontation down low. Oh, but he's back on the floor now with Mitchell.
Adewale, his bounce pass stolen away. Akpo underneath, spins against Trey 2. Tough shot that he knocks down. So this is one of those Iona droughts.
If you're Iona, you're okay with that shot he just made. A fall-away rainbow shot.
Panzo now to Trey 2. He launches from deep, in and out. Down to Mitchell's 11th rebound, but there was Gordon, the deflection and steal. Bit of a eclectic guy, plays the harmonica. When they were at Pittsburgh, got on the drum set and started playing there. And his first sport, his first love, it was actually ice hockey.
Wow.
And so Canisius has Division I ice hockey, and during the year that he was sitting out, he would be prone to head over to the rink and put on his skates and get back to his first love while preparing for this basketball season. Osborne Shema knocks down the three. First points for Iona in 3.5 minutes.
Speaking of Mitchell, I mean, he's an intense guy. Warm-ups, he was very, very intense. You could tell he's one of those type of players and people that can do whatever he puts his mind to. And good for him that he's able to play basketball again. I can't imagine him, suited up in hockey, coming at me 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, what do you think that check against the boards would feel like? No,
well,
thank you.
I haven't cried in a long time, but there would definitely be some of that involved.
Williams at the line. Devin Williams. This is the sophomore from L.A. So even as the offense has sputtered a little bit for Iona in the second half, their defense has maintained a solid level for them to weather this scoring drought. Perfect trip for Williams.
But as we mentioned before, they're going to really have to put together a few stops to be able to cut this lead down to something that's manageable as time runs out.
What a fancy finish for Brown. And one.
I tell you, Brown has a knack of doing that constantly during a game. He does a great job getting to the basket, and he's a lefty, going right-handed, switch to the left. He would definitely be one of the persons one of the players I would put on my 3-on-3. He would do a very good job, with his trickiness, and certainly he's a very good passer.
Three-point play completed.
I'm saying 3-on-3, but it would be 2-on-3 because I don't play any defense.
You just kind of linger around the three-point line.
Oh, yeah.
Porter got the rebound. He was pushed.
Good rebound by Porter. Long, active, did a good job grabbing that ball. This is important that Canisius is in the 1-on-1 in the bonus because they can be much more aggressive now getting to the basket.
Joel Brown comes in for the rebound after the miss. Speeds into the front court. Brown. Now it's Gordon driving in. Gordon is heading to the line.
Well, that's what he does. He gets to the basket, and when he's that physical and that tough to the basket, it's really difficult because of how athletic he is, how he can get up in the air. On that one, he maybe got away with a travel, but when you can jump that high, you let it go. When you work that hard, though, you got to make free throws. There you go.
We got one of two. 11.7 boards for Gordon. Shema defending Williams. Mitchell is out of the game for now for Canisius. Akpo, no. Rebound claimed by Joel Brown. Full steam ahead. Setting up Quigley. Driving in, Quigley hangs and gets fouled.
All this offensive fun that you can have is really created by how aggressive Brown is with the ball. Tobin just gave him a high five and said, that's how we want you to play. He did a very good job pushing the ball all the way up the floor, found Quigley, and Quigley said, I'll take it from there.
Joel Brown, 5 assists, 0 turnovers. That's a pretty normal stat line for him these days.
Yeah.
You know, they'll need to prove it against the top half of the league. But you can see improvements from this team. They've gotten healthy, took care of Mount St. Mary's this past Sunday after the heartbreak against Niagara. But they're putting together another performance here as the lead has extended to 17. And Canisius searching for answers offensively as Iona has scored 6 in a row.
And what's really impressive with this is how many people that Iona plays. So it's certainly next man up mentality, but everyone who comes on the floor is expected to play the way Tobin Anderson wants them to play.
Williams from deep. He's got the 3.
Nice touch by Williams.
Gordon to the right hand on the reverse. Set up by Brown.
That should be another assist for Brown, right?
Number 6. Gordon's got 13. Palesi, tough shot. Leaned in and banked it home. He's into double figures, trying to pick up the scoring load in the absence of Seam Itendal.
Yeah, Coach Witherspoon needs them to buckle down here and defend.
Trey 2 out of control, but a blocking foul called.
Palesi's hobbled a little bit. Coach Witherspoon is instructing him to get his step there quicker to try to draw a true charge. But you got to love the effort. He tried to get there.
Reggie, one of the more demonstrative explainers in terms of actually physically moving his body in the way that he wants his players to react. Going into the last timeout, I admit I was a bit distracted as he was miming the play of Trey Dinkins and how he kind of didn't step to the ball for the pass, instead was looking to run without possession, and that led to the turnover.
Well, that's continuous teaching. I'd love to see Dinkins with a true point guard on the floor that could open things up for him, because he's been very, unfortunately, frustrated tonight not being able to get easy shots.
They've got a great one sidelined in Taj Savesky. Trey 2 comes up with the loose ball, sprints ahead. Oh, and the Brooklyn native rocks the rim. Trey 2 called for the foul. Rapid.
What can Brown do for you? He's doing everything for Iona these last couple of games. And the biggest thing he's doing, like you mentioned before, is staying out of foul trouble. So when he's on the floor, good things tend to happen.
Dinkins at the free throw line. Iona is over the limit. Same can be said for Canisius. Both teams in the bonus. Dinkins makes the front end of a 1-and-1. He's been harassed all night. Quigley into the front court.
Iona spreading the floor, trying to use the clock a little bit.
Shema traveled.
I don't know if that was a nervous smile by Coach Anderson or just one, let it go kind of smile.
Thrown into tray 2. It's a turnover. Tray 2 in the paint, no.
Wow.
Weak side rebound, Panzo after the Gadsden miss. Mitchell back in for Canisius, guarding Shema. Panzo driving in, a pull-up 2 is good. Weza Panzo finding his rhythm into double figures, 50% from the floor.
Yeah, he's played very free, very loose tonight. And that's a good sign when you're a scorer like that, to just not have any inhibitions about shooting the ball.
Palesi, another floater. Boy, has he mastered that one.
The Iona band is happy. Got a little rhythm going there.
Students are back in session. Same could be said for Canisius, but they didn't have school on Wednesday and Thursday because of the weather conditions.
Yeah.
And those are communities used to dealing with snow, so when classes are canceled, it's a big deal. Aaron Gurin couldn't grab it, and so it is Mitchell coming up with the steal. Gadsden, 4-3.
Good dish by Dinkins. Nice shot by Gaston.
Just a 12-point game.
Iona has to be careful not to become too complacent.
Brown trying to break down the D. His bounce pass finds its way to Adewale, but a foul. And all common fouls down the stretch here are going to send players to the line.
That's a tough call. I mean, I thought Canisius did a good job defending, and Mitchell just tried to snatch the ball out of Adewale's hand, and he's still telling the official, come on. Not after all that. But nevertheless, Adewale to the foul line.
Gadsden gets called for the foul. Adewale hits the front end of a 1-and-1.
Yeah, you can see Brown driving. Yeah, that's a tough call.
That one lipped out. Mitchell, his 13th rebound. Back on the double-double train after a couple of games at home last weekend where he did not reach 10 points and 10 rebounds. Williams off the mark. Aaron Gurin the rebound for the Gales with 4:35 to go. Gales at one point led by 17. It's a 13-point advantage. Panzo a catch and shoot. Rainbow three. 4 made three-pointers in back-to-back games for Weza Panzo.
Yeah, good for him. And I tell you what, that's one that was a little early in the shot clock at this moment, but nevertheless, when you're feeling it, forget the shot clock. Put it up.
Ooh. Cross-court pass to the scorer's table.
The basketball, and he's doing a great job for Iona.
.16 Gale lead. Iona basketball. Devon Ware has checked in, the grad transfer. Joel Brown, kick out. Panzo Good look at three. That was off the mark. Trey 2 tracks down the offensive rebound, and he cashes in.
That was a very nice set play by Iona, allowing Brown to drive to see if Panzo could hit another three. And Trey 2 came up with the offensive rebound.
Adewale stays out there after some good play off the bench. Inside out. Now it's Dinkins spraying it once again to Coach Witherspoon. He has been the target of passes in back-to-back possessions for the Golden Griffins.
They're looking for the open man.
And nobody's guarding Coach.
No. Let's see if Iona tries to run some more time off the clock here.
Gordon spinning. Good defense by Palesi. He gets it back, but near the three-point line, the back down of Palesi, trying to carve out some space, fading away with one on the timer, and Mitchell's got another board, his 14th. Ware, corner pocket, no good. It's down to Gordon. Taj Tavesky, preseason first-team All-MAC, has only played 2 games this year. Wow. Xavier Long, preseason third team, has not played at all. They're out with lower body injuries week to week. Seem Itendal, one of the team's leading scorer, a lower body injury that kept him out tonight. He's more day-to-day. But it is some significant losses. Devin Williams pumps it down. They're just fixing the net as we take a look at what's next. The players are there, and now you add Mitchell to the mix. These guys having a second year in the system, their improvements, whether that's Dinkins or Fritz, Akpo. You know, you always talk about teams getting better, but they have the ability to look completely different in a week or two, depending on the bodies they get back.
Yeah, no doubt. And it certainly has an effect on your best players. Dinkins is one of the best scorers in the MAC. But him having to handle the ball and not be open for shots that he normally gets hurts. And then Mitchell, you know, when you have guys on the perimeter that can score the ball, you know, it gives him an opportunity to do some work more on the inside. So I would not be surprised when things get thick and games continue to see Canisius be one of those teams at the end.
Mitchell at the foul line hits the front end of the 1-and-1. And we mentioned that matchup with Niagara, the Battle of the Bridge. The hockey programs are playing tonight up in Buffalo. One of two. Third period just underway as Bryce tried to reverse it in. Niagara with a 3-1 lead over Canisius on the ice tonight. Trey 2 down with the board, 90 seconds to go. Iona in position to even their MAC record for the second time this season. Opening weekend, they were 1-1. Trey 2, step back pop, no. Mitchell the rebound. Then they had those 2 losses against St. Peter's and Niagara, and the Iona sky was falling. Mitchell against Bryce. That's a mismatch. Sorry, Isaac. And now they're on the verge of winning their second straight and getting back to 500. Setting up a matchup on Sunday in Hamden, taking on the Bobcats of Quinnipiac. They'll have a rivalry matchup a week from today, return back home for Fairfield and Ryder, the preseason number 1, before their trip to Buffalo to take on Niagara and then Canisius in early February.
Again, any given night in the MAC.
Fairfield is actually Friday the 2nd. They play Quinnipiac a week from today, and then they have the weekend off. Should memorize the calendar a little bit better. Final 40 seconds. Bryce kicking out to Tretu. Another balanced effort for the Gales. Third straight game that Canisius will not get to 70 points. End of shot clock. The release for Panzo. Adewale keeps it alive and got hit. Oh, I beg your pardon. He stepped on the sideline going for the offensive rebound. Iona's got 4 in double figures.
Yeah, good effort. Both teams playing right down to the end here.
David Maggi, the other walk-on, along with Ware into the game for the final 15 seconds. There were 8 lead changes in the first 10 minutes as David Maggi puts it in. Iona in position to just dribble this out. Third field goal of the season for David Maggi. A bright spot.